want to talk to a family that went through this tornado. They were right there. Let's bring in Alfredo Corrales and Vivi Luna, who rode out this storm in a storm shelter. Alfredo, tell me what you heard, what you saw, and how you got into this shelter.
First off, I was at work, so we were just sitting there watching the weather on my laptop on News 4. So they just said that the storm was getting worse, and then we made an executive decision at the office to basically go to my house and get into our storm cellar. And she was at home by herself, so we made it just in time to get there before, the tornado hit.
You brought coworkers and went underground.
Yeah, we brought coworkers, went underground. And then all of a sudden we were hearing some noises, like some voices up above, and we were like, "What is that?" So I popped the door open and found there was like 4 or 5 of our neighbors standing there asking us if we can come in. I was like, "Absolutely, come on." They got in there, and it was probably maybe not even 2 minutes. The tornado came over, and I just can't really describe what the sound was like, but it was horrible. And when I heard our tree snap that's right next to our storm cellar, I knew we were getting hit, and all the pressure from the wind speeds and everything was just pulling up on the door, and me and the neighbor were just sitting there holding the latch down. And then water was just rushing, like blowing into the storm cellar.
You said you were holding the latch.
Yeah,
were you afraid it was going to give?
Yeah, because the wind was just like so. I don't even know how to explain it, but just so much that we could just tell that the door was kind of trying to give way, and so me and the neighbor were just holding the latch down, and then finally went over, and we waited for about another 5 minutes before we actually came out of the storm cellar. And once we did that, we were just real cautious when we were coming out, and just everything was just gone.
Vivi, let me bring you in here. When you left the storm shelter and looked around the neighborhood you had just seen a few moments before, what did you see?
I saw basically nothing. Fences, there were no fences there anymore. Trees were snapped in half. Roofs of houses were gone, just laying. Everything from people's houses, from even neighborhoods across the street, were laying in our yard and neighbors' yards.
What about your home?
My home, half of the roof is torn off. The garage is caved in. It's just a total mess.
And Alfredo, as I understood it, in those moments, you sprung into action and started going door to door, looking for survivors. What did you find?
Oh, I don't even know how to explain it. We pulled a bunch of people out. A lot of them were elderly people. We pulled some younger people out too. Some didn't make it, some did, or most of them did, that we were involved with. Like I said, I haven't really had a chance to really process everything. We didn't sleep much last night at all, so just finally once we started to be able to calm down a little bit, I just kept replaying everything in my head, and I kicked a door in just to save this one elderly lady and her grandkids and stuff, and she had just gotten inside the house when it hit. She was still in the living room. The whole living room was just obliterated. I don't know how she made it, but she did, thank God.
Vivi, I see those tears in your eyes. You must be heartbroken. It's
just so unreal that 10 minutes before that, everything was perfectly fine. The sun was out. It was a pretty nice day. And then just out of nowhere, all these storms came in and all this destruction.
Well, Vivi and Alfredo, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for your heroic efforts.
Well,
and
there's a whole bunch of them out there, so it's just not me.
I think you saved a lot of people by letting them come into that shelter, and we thank you for it.
Well, thank you.
Best of luck to you in rebuilding.
Thank you.